Well, well, well. You know, I do love a good theory, dear, and I've seen quite a few of them on here today. Yes, indeed, about why Daddy Dumpy Pants is all of a sudden out there saying that those files should be released after spending 10 months doing everything he can to convince his base that it was a Democratic hoax. But now today he's directing the GOP to make sure they vote to release the files. And the theory I see running on the internet today is that he's trying to save face. Yes, y'all are saying that he knew the votes were not going to go his way. In order to save face and make it look like he's the hero of the day, he's going to claim that he directed the GOP to vote to release the files. And while that might be a good theory, dear, I have another one that I would like to present here. Everything the Orange Man likes to do is a distraction, dear. And as of late, he's been losing his base. I mean, come on now. But it has nothing to do with the files. Oh no, he convinced his base that it was absolutely okay that they didn't get to see the files because it was a Democratic hoax at play and it was just shade being flung his way and all these other excuses he has at play. And his base ate that the fuck up, honey. Yes, they did. All of those over there who were screaming for those files to be seen, well, all of a sudden they didn't have nothing to say anymore. But something else caught their attention, dear, whether it was those 600,000 Chinese students that Daddy said was okay to come here in the United States and play at a university today. Oh, yeah, that really fucking upset his racist base. But something happened over the last couple of days within his base that has really nothing to do with the files, they say, or those H-1B visas that I play. He needs a distraction. He actually wants his base looking at the files today so that they are no longer talking about Butler and what went down. That's right. Quietly over the last couple of days, members of his base and podcasters too, like the short dude, Joe Rogan. Yes, the guy who sits on a fence post, honey. He doesn't know which side of the aisle to stand on anymore, so he hovers on the fence, dear. One day he'll question the policies of the regime after going so hard for them over the last few years, dear. And the next day he'll have some nice things to say about the regime. He doesn't know exactly where he is to be, so he sits on the fence post. But over the last couple of days, him and his crew have been questioning the orange dude over Butler. Even Fucka Carlson, honey, has been screaming as loud as he can something was not right that day in Butler. They're starting to see that young man who tried or attempted to unalive Daddy, supposedly, but actually did unalive a fireman, dear, well, they're finding videos about how he was 10 toes down with the orange clown for quite some time. He was MAGA, honey, so fucking MAGA, so red, but that's nothing new to you and me. It's new to them today. We tried to tell him. What did we say? Yes, indeed. Just a show. To get your vote. Your sympathy. To play to the hate that it's a Democrat today. They just want to unalive me. And now they're questioning that. And he can't have them questioning that day in Butler. Oh, no. So today he actually wants them to go through the files. He knows that the chunk of information that will be released will take so long to go through, and he's hoping that will distract his base from looking at Butler today. That's my theory, dear. Because how much shit can one person handle here? To know that he's in the files and that all the lies that he told you do not add up today because there's text messages and there's emails that show quite clearly he was still very close to Epstein. You look at that. Don't look at the facts of Butler. Because then you're going to have to swallow that pill. Just another lie, just another show that he put on for you. Don't look over there. Weed through this data drop, boo. Stop talking about that today. Stop talking about that right away. That's my theory. He doesn't do anything at all for the American people. Everything he does is to control the one little small group of Americans here who are absolutely infatuated with a conspiracy theory. Until, of course, it's proven to be true. Right? And he don't need them to prove that to be true today. He feels confident that even if there's a video out there with him with a horse or with a child, they'll be okay with that. That's what he thinks. But he knows that they're not going to be okay with another fucking lie that was put in their face that caused a man to die that day. They'll have to wrangle with the fact that even those that are 10 toes down with him and willing to commit crimes for him, they'll have to wrangle with the fact that that guy, that orange man, is okay with unaliving them in service of his mission, dear. So that would put them on the chopping block, too, within the crosshairs for the orange dude. They're watching him take down Marjorie. They're questioning their faith in Orange Daddy. If they cross the line, if Joe hops off the fence for just a bit, would he go missing today? Would there be another accident? I'm sure Joe thinks about that every day before he takes to his podcast to say anything that might be out of the way of the orange man. Right? The rift in the base today. Well, hell. It's looking like the Grand Canyon, I guess you could say. And Daddy can't have that. Oh, no. Not at all. So that's my theory, dear. He's trying to distract his base away from Butler today.